Hello, welcome. So this the first pipetting video. That is pipette one. Explain more on air displacement pipette. For this second video, we'll talk more on the positive displacement pipette. So sit back and watch.
In our lab we have three different kinds of micro pipetters. They are made by Microman, and they have this one here which goes from 1 to 10 microliters, and it uses these pipette tips, and you can tell it is the 1 to 10 by looking at the top right here. This one here goes 10 to 100. And take a look at the top of this one. It's M100, and this one goes 100 to 1000 microliters. And this is the pipette tips for this. And then take a look at the top for this one. So on this one, 1 to 10 microliters, it's a very, very tiny volume. Take a look at how small these tips are. Looks big in the camera, but very, very tiny amounts. This one, 10 to 100, a little bit bigger. And this one, much bigger for larger volumes. I am going to use the M1000 for demonstration. This one goes 100 to 1000 microliters. Right now it is set to 100, and to adjust it you just turn this knob up here and just watch it go up. So these are what the tips look like, but they do not call them tips, they call them pistons. So it looks like a tip with some kind of plunger like thing inside here. I'm going to show how to work these. So the pipette has two stops when you push on it. You kind of can feel where the end is, but then you have to push it a little bit more. When you push it a little bit more, see this little end comes out? That is what is going to grab the inside piston on this tip. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push the bottom down all the way, get that out, and just grab that tip. So I'm going to push it on here, push this down, push it down farther, and you see that? It's going to grab that, and look, it grabbed the piston. So the tip isn't all the way on, as you can see. The easiest way is to keep it in there and push it down, and you hear that click. There you go. So there you go. And we can easily watch it. I have some green water here. I have 1000 microliters of green water. When I want to release the tip, I push on this harder. You hear it? And there it went. I'm going to demonstrate 340 microliters on our M1000. I found my piston. I'm going to push it down for the first stop. Then I'm going to push down for the second stop, and as you see, there is the little metal on the inside that is grabbing onto the piston. To get it on all the way, push it down. So we have a smaller amount here. Let's take our sample, push it down until the first stop, put in the green liquid. There we got 340 microliters. Dispense as many times as you need. Now I am done with it. I'm going to push it down to the first and to the second. When I push it to the second, it's going to release.
As you all know, pipetting viscous liquids causes problems. Examples for viscous liquids are glycerol and yogurt. If you are pipetting these fluids, remainings of the fluids stay in the tip, and these remainings are always different. Thus, your results are not reproducible. I will show you in a little experiment how this happens. I'm going to put a tip on the pipette, aspirate some glycerol, apply this glycerol to a smooth surface. The surface resembles the inside of a tip. If I now move the surface up, you can see how the glycerol moves down the surface. That's the same thing which happens inside the tip. But some of the glycerol stays at the surface. If you now use a wiper, you can remove it all. This is the same thing which happens inside a combi tip. If you move the plunger inside the combi tip back and forth, you can see that here are wiper blades which remove all the liquid out of the combi tip. Thus, your results will be reproducible and reliable. Each dispensing step of the Multipet M4 provides the same volume. Your results are reproducible and reliable. The piston of the Combi Tip Advance removes all liquid from the tip surface. Therefore, Eppendorf recommends the Multipet M4 Combi Tip Advance.